guys, my name is Brielle and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be recording this video today because you guys, so much has happened in my life in this past month, and I was like, I just cannot wait to record this video just to catch them up and to just give content because I'm just in a really good space. But before we get into the video, guys, and as you can tell from the title, today I'm going to be talking about how I got into bottle service and became a bottle server here in Miami. I want to introduce you to somebody. So this is Creme. This is my new puppy or dog, because she's one. She's not quite a puppy. She's a little young adult. But she was adopted about a week ago. And y'all, she is the sweetest thing. And becoming a dog mom, let me tell y'all, is no easy task. It is no easy task. But she's the sweetest little thing. And she's been keeping me pretty busy these last couple days. But this is Creme. Meet Creme. Say hey, Creme. But as you can tell from the title, today I'm going to be talking about how I became a bottle server here in Miami. Yes, bucket list things. I actually was a bottle server and a cocktail server. So I'm just going to tell you guys about how I got into it, what came with it, what it's like. And yeah, just come on, let's get ready. Get your snacks ready. Let's talk about this. I'm going to give you guys an in and out. Okay, so bottle service. All right. So yes, I'm here in Miami, and y'all, I work from home. I have a lot of free time, and I was like, I want to think of some things or some ways that I can make money here in a city like this. It's so fast paced. Everybody entrepreneurs. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? So I was like, you know what? I think I want to be a bottle girl. I think I want to get into bottle service. So I just went on Indeed, y'all, and typed in bottle server jobs Miami, and all these places had popped up. Some required experience, some didn't. Some had casting calls. Some you had to submit pictures of yourself. Some, they were different requirements for different ones. And this one particular job that I applied to, you just had to submit a resume. And I was like, you know what? I'm not quite comfortable going to an open casting call because I don't know. I just don't want to go somewhere between a set amount of time, bring a picture, bring a resume. That's not guaranteed. I was like, I'm looking for a place where I can just submit a resume and either call me or they don't. So this one particular place was you just have to submit your resume. And I was like, okay. So I made a service resume, which is different from my professional resume. And I just submitted it. And a couple days later, somebody called me and was like, hey, we want you to come in for an interview. And I was like, okay. I got a little interview to go to a little job. And I don't even know why I sound excited because when I first got the call, I was like, oh, I think I might have changed my mind. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this no more. Because these Miami girls, I don't know what they look like. And I'm about to go down there and do this. I ain't about to do this. So the day rolled around, y'all. It was 2 hours before the interview. And I was like, I don't think I'm going. And then something just was like, Brielle, get up and go to this interview. Go to the interview. Go and see what they're talking about. Go. They called you. Just go. You said you wouldn't get into the bottle serving thing, so just go ahead and do it. So, y'all, I put on my little dress pants, my little bodysuit, put my hair back in a ponytail, threw my lashes on, and I went down to the interview. And when I got there, there were 2 people there, and it was a little 2-part. So I had one little interview with the one person and the other interview with the other guy. And the specific place that I'm applying to, or that I was applying to, was a new place in Miami, this really big venue space where it was a music venue, a nightclub, also food chain as a bar, this huge project that these 2 guys were trying to get into, and they were trying to get a staff together. And yeah, so the first interview I went there and I was telling them about myself, and they were telling me what they expected, and we're getting to know each other. I'm I'm new to the city, and my name is Brielle, yada yada yada. And the guy was like, okay, so we're really vibing. I'm feeling his energy, he's feeling my energy. We're really just having a conversation. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I got this. This is easy because they really be looking for personality. They're not necessarily looking for too much experience. And it's going really well. And then the guy was like, all right, so can you guys hear the rain? It is pouring here. But anyway, so he was like, I'm gonna give you a little speed test. I'm just gonna name some different types of alcohol. And I just want you to tell me just name 3, name 3, 4, or 5. So he's like, okay, name vodka. I'm like, okay, vodka, bam, bam, bam. I know vodka. He tequila. I'm like, okay, what's my favorite drink? So I'm hitting him with the tequila. He's like, rum. I'm like, okay, the rum, okay. I'm not too much of a rum drinker. So I'm getting a little slower. He's like, mezcal. Y'all, I'm like, yeah, it's at this very moment, I think I might have messed up on this interview. Because I said I wanted to be a bartender. I said a bottle girl and cocktail server, y'all. I applied for all of them because I just wanted to get my foot in the door just to make some easy money. So he was like, no, it's totally fine that you don't know. We're going to train everybody. So I was like, okay, fine. So that first part went really, really well. The guy was like really energetic and like really trying to get to know me, which I liked. It wasn't too focused on like experience or anything. It really was just like a personality test kind of thing. And the second half interview, the other guy was like a little more serious. So he's like, so tell me, like, how do you like Miami? And like, what do you think about this position? And then after we started talking for a little bit, he started warming up to me. I'm warming up to him. He showed me pictures, like just letting me know about the space. And yeah, y'all, that was my interview. Like, it went really well. I wasn't there for much longer than maybe like 30 minutes. They said, okay, we'll give you a call. We're gonna review everything. I'm like, okay. So I leave out. Y'all, I promise you, I didn't even make it home. And they had already called me and was like, hey, we wanna offer you the job. So I was like, okay, this is good. Like, I'm glad I ended up going because here I am with second guessing going all day. Like, I'm not about to go. Like, I don't know what these girls, like, I just went, okay? So I'm gonna just throw in a little rule number one, little lesson. Go to the interview. Like, go to the interview. Whatever the job is, whatever it is, like, go to the interview. Don't talk yourself out of doing something because you worried about what somebody else is gonna be or what people gonna think. Go to the interview. But like I was saying, so I got the job. So I'm like, okay, like this is cute. Like I'm about to be a little bottle server. So maybe like a week or so after, like I told you guys, this place is a new venue, so they're not even open yet at the time. They maybe like a week or so later, they hit me up and say, hey, we have a week-long training coming up. We want you to come. Here are the dates. Yada, 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 be here. So, matter of fact, at the time, I only thought that the training was for one day. And when I went to the training, that's when I found out that the training was for a whole week. And I'm just like, okay, like, mind y'all, I work from home. And if anybody know working from home is like, I was like, okay, so this is fine. I can do this. I can work from home and I can go to the training. I'm trying to think, like, did we actually do any training? We did do training. It was like learning how to do like the toast thing. Toast is like how you take your orders. And like we're hearing about what our different job titles entails, like the different bar backs, the bartenders, the bottle girls, like what everybody would be doing on their job. So we were like learning about that and then doing a lot of like icebreaker things, getting to know each other. And that, I will say, like, that part was actually cool that the place was new because everybody came in at the same time and none of us really knew what to expect. And there were no like cliques, nobody was already friends. Everybody just was like new to the whole thing. So it was really cool going into a place that was like just opening because everybody was just really friendly and really welcoming. And I got to know some cool girls already, like my first week of training, like get to know people. So yeah, that first week of training was just like learning how to do the toasting, learning what everything is. And really, like, that first week, we really didn't do too much. We got paid for training. And I didn't even tell you guys. So, like I said, I applied to all the positions. But when I got there, I ended up, like, they told me that I was going to do bottle service and that I was going to do cocktail serving. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And in that position, I was only making, like, it might have been, like, $7 or $8, like, 7 something an hour. And then you get all your money in tips. So yeah, that first week was just like training. And then we had 3 days of like the soft opening, which was cool. 2 of the days were family and friends, and my family and my friends got to come for the first 2 days, like free alcohol, free event, like come see the whole venue. It was really nice. And then the last day was like a VIP day, and we just got thrown in it. Like they just threw everybody in there, like here you go, kind of figured out. We all kind of learned together. And so those first 3 days, like I made a couple tips, but it's, again, like the venue was still not open to the general public, so I might have only made maybe like $200-300 in tips. That was the last VIP night, so really like maybe like $350 in tips in those 3 days. Like that was it, because again, it was the VIP thing. The event was totally free. So like that was that. And then after that third day, because it was like the week long of formal training, and then those like 3 days was like kind of the soft opening. So we got to see how everybody works together. Like, you know, you kind of got the practice how to use the machines, like what they expect from you. So after that third day, y'all, like I was a bottle girl, cocktail server. Okay, so when the club finally opened, I'm just gonna like tell you guys just how it is being a bottle server and a cocktail server, like what it entails. Like I'm just gonna tell you guys how it is. So as a cocktail server, honestly, all you do is just take drinks. You just literally take drinks. You don't gotta make them. You don't gotta deal with food. You just go out to the tables and you just take their drinks. And that was really just it. Like, it was easy. It's easy money. Like, you just go take their drink orders and you just get tips. And the way the place was, you get 20% off of every bill. So you know, 20% off of drinks, and you have some large parties that come in there and they want to drink a whole bunch. Like, you have some people that only want to get one drink, but you're still getting 20%. So although I was only making $7 an hour, like, you're gonna make majority of your money in tips. And on one day, like on Cinco de Mayo, I made $600 in tips, and that was just on a Wednesday, and I made that much money on a weekday. Like, so a lot of money in cocktailing, like, especially the more packed the night is, or like if it's like, I don't know, a holiday or like something special going on, you could potential to make a lot of money in cocktailing. As far as bottle service, the way they did it was a little different. Like, okay, the standard thing of bottle service, you go out, you do the drinks. But the way they did it was we had to do a training for bottle service, because you had to like hold the bottle a certain way and pull the bottle a certain way. You couldn't point, you had to guide, you had to pour their, like, do whatever. Like, we had to do training to do bottle service a different way, but all in all, it's the same kind of bottle service. You walk out, you get the drinks, you pour the drinks. But when it came down to the money, it was a little different, because there they pooled their tips. And what that means is, like, everybody does their work and or make their money and get their tips. But at the end of the night, you have to split everything. I'm talking about over tips, which is like people who outside of the 20% on each of the checks, because they gave 20% even on bottles. Like, if somebody wants to leave you something more than that, because the 20% was automatic. So like after they sign whatever they pay, they can leave you more of a tip. Even your over tips, they wanted everything to be split. And I'm not even gonna lie, like that way, like when you gotta pull your tips, a lot of people don't like that, because like you kind of playing with people's money, because one, everybody doesn't do the same amount of work, and two, like if I'm helping a table and I'm the only person and I'm getting all their drinks, I'm pouring their drinks, and I'm like catering to them, like I want my tip to be my tip. Like, why do I gotta share my tip with somebody else? But anyway, yeah, you had to pool the tips. And unless you're at a place that's like lit or a popping place, like you're really not gonna make a lot of money, especially by this place being new. Now, I'm not gonna say there's like no potential to make money, but like with the place being new, like there's not too many people coming in and doing bottle service. And then like also with it being new, they were kind of overstaffing. So I'd say that more money was in cocktail serving than bottle service. But the bottle service is like you still getting paid not to do much. Like at the end of the day, the cocktail, you on your feet, you here and there, you like holding the tray through crowds, you making your way. But the bottle service is a little less, but you're getting paid a little less. But I know for a fact that's not every place in Miami. You got like places, different clubs where it's definitely more high volume and you're making a lot of money and pulling your tips won't matter. But at this particular place, I found that doing the cocktailing was a little more money. So if you guys are looking to do this in Miami, like just know the type of places you're going to be working at. Because when I first got there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be in bottle. Like I'm pulling the manager to the side, like, oh, I need to be where bottle at, because I'm trying to make the money doing the bottle. And once I was doing the bottle for the days, I was like, oh, actually, like the cocktail was where the money at. Like, I need to get back into the cocktail. So that was the perk of me doing both, because some girls only did like, they got hired to do one thing and they can only do the one specific thing. But me, like I was getting scheduled for both of them, but I found the days that I was doing the cocktail was the days that I was making more money. Okay? Speaking of money, like I said, on Cinco de Mayo, I said 600. I actually think I might have made $800 on Cinco de Mayo. I actually think I made $800 on Cinco de Mayo, y'all, for real, on a Wednesday. And that was like maybe the first or second week open. I think I paid $800. So pay. So like I said, this is Miami, y'all. Like, and working nightlife and working at places like this, you're gonna get good money. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they were only paying us $7 an hour, but you make most of the money in tips. And honestly, on the weekend, I was averaging maybe like $100 an hour. So you could easily get $1,000 plus a night. On a slow night, like, which might be a weekday, the least I made, well, the least you could make for real might be $0, but that's if you don't even work. Again, you getting the 20% off of everybody, like off of every check you do. So the least I might have made might have been like $200 on a weekday, but on a good day, you could make up to however much. And I would say the most that I made was over $1,000 in a night, over $1,000 a night. But that's just like on my tip thing. You get the cash tips all the time. You get the cash tips so easily. Like, somebody said, oh, I think you're beautiful. And I was like, thank you. And the girl tipped me $100 just off of that. Like, I might have gave the girl one drink and had Ben gave her the drink, and then she coming back over to the table to tell me that and to tip me the $100. Or like a group of men, you know, men, they want to flex sometimes. They just want to tip you the money because you, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to discourage anybody from doing this, but I will say that like pretty privilege definitely does work. Like you will benefit from it in a setting like a club or a bar, because even if you just look good, people want you to serve them, so that's more money in your pocket. That's not saying that you have to flirt with anybody. Really, like people just think you look nice and they just want to tip you. I think that's universal, but especially in a place like Miami where people are coming on vacation and for real, people just want to spend money, so they just handing out money for no reason. So yeah, the tips were really, really good, especially if it was a really good night. And again, this specific venue did like concerts and things, so there were some days it would be really, really packed, so there was potential to make a lot of money. Like I worked this music festival, and guys, this was like the most like strangest, coolest thing I have ever been to. Like everybody seemed like they might have been on drugs, but like it was just so cool. It was so packed, and even aside from like working, because you're working to make the money, it just was like a really cool experience. So I really got to work some really cool events and make some pretty good money while doing it. Now, one thing I will say that I did not like, and I'm speaking in past tense because I'm gonna tell y'all the story when I get to the end of it, okay? By the time we get to the end of the video, you won't understand why I'm speaking in past tense. But anyway, what was I saying? So the hours, y'all, it's long hours when you work bottle service, cocktail service. When you work anything down here, you work in long hours. I was scheduled to work from like 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. And 3 a.m. is when the place would close. So you would still have to like, you know, count your money or whatever it is that you're doing, or like they have to like clock you out. So really you wouldn't be leaving until like 3:30. And that's the one thing that I did not like, is the hours, because I have to be here at 6 o'clock. The night really don't get popping until like 11 o'clock. And from 6 and 11, like granted, I'm doing stuff, but by 11 o'clock, you really making the money. And so somebody like me, I don't like to waste my time. So I'm just like, okay, like if I'm not making the money that I don't want to make, I don't want to be there. So you got to be somebody who does not mind being on your feet all day, being in people's face all day, because there really will be some downtime where you're really not making any money. But there will be some times when you're not making money and you're there all day. But I will say, it's some days when you're there all night, you're making a whole bunch of money. Like you just got to just know what you're getting yourself into, because although you could get fast money, like it does not come easy, because you are on your feet and you are there all night. And I was working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and this was every week for like a month. I was working that often. So I will say, like, unless you're prepared to work them type of hours or like to spend your weekends at a place like that, like maybe need to reconsider. But the people at Miami, really, really cool. I never really ran into any customers that were rude. Of course, you had your occasional person that had a stank attitude, but like people come there to get drunk. People come there to drink. Like it ain't too many people that got an attitude after they have a drink or take their shot or whatever. And the atmosphere is just really fun, honestly. Like it's really fun. It's hard to have a bad attitude when you at a place where the DJ rocking, you making your money. Like it's cool. Like when you in it, it's cool. For me personally, I didn't like being on my feet all day. Like I didn't like giving up all my free time, but it's really what's important to you, because if the money important to you, girl, grind don't matter. Like whatever, if your free time important to you, then maybe you need to reconsider and you need to find another side hustle. But doing a bottle service in Miami, y'all, is definitely something I recommend. I feel like if anybody trying to get some quick money, you trying to get to know people. Oh, okay, let me backtrack, because I feel like I'm really saying so much, and I do apologize for not having any organization in this video. I really just sat in front of the camera and just started talking. I should have said this a long time ago. The people that I work with, what I loved about working at that place, and just, I guess I like to think that a lot of people in Miami are this way. What I liked is a lot of people were just from all over. And I said this earlier, but a lot of these people are like young, in college, or just picked up and moved to a whole new place. And working at a place like that was like really cool, because it's like, damn, I'm not the only person that just moved to Miami and just trying to make it work. Like people younger than me that just like, yeah, I moved 2 weeks ago and I just moved to Miami and I'm trying to figure it out, or I'm down here, or yeah, I moved a year ago and I love it, or I moved 5 years ago and I've been here. I call this place home. Like it was really cool working with people like that, because we all kind of had the same, we had that in common, was that we all came here and we just trying to make some money. And that also was cool, because everybody was kind of like driven by like, I don't want to say just money, but like money motivated. Like we here to make money. Like, at the end of the day, we're here to make money. Like, and I love working with people that's like that, because we're not here for no games. We're not here for no drama. Like, we're really here to make some money, okay? Like, I love that. And after, like, talking to people, each person, or I get to know more people, I will call it my friends. So specifically my friend who like wanted to move to Miami, I'm like, girl, like, I met somebody today, and why did she just move here the day before her interview? And she just is staying in an Airbnb, but she moved to her place next week. She working here for, like, you just hear so many different people's stories, or like just like different situations, just kind of inspiring. Like, damn, like, it made me feel good knowing that I'm new to this place, and so are these people, and like, it just made people more friendly. It made us a little more unique. So I did love that about working in bottle service. And I'm speaking past tense because I actually decided not to do the bottle service anymore, but that's specifically because of time. Like, my time, I'm the type of person where I like to book trips. I like to go be spontaneous, go here and go there. And when you working like that, like, it started out as something that was part-time for me, but I was working 12-hour shifts and like just working a lot. So for me, it wasn't necessarily conducive to my lifestyle, y'all. But definitely something that I would do again. Like, if that's my whole problem, like, I want to make more money, but I don't want to work. And that's not to say that I'm lazy, because I'm not lazy. Like, I have a really good work ethic, but like, COVID just, not even COVID, but I'm just in this place in my life where I want to work smarter and not harder. And if I gotta be somewhere between 6 p.m. and 3 o'clock in the morning, like, this is a lot that went into it. So me personally, and again, I'm speaking for me personally, because it still be times where I'm like, wish I could like go work and just make a quick $1,000 just on a like Friday night casually. But what was I saying? Like, there are some days where I do kind of miss it, but as far as like my time, I decided that I wasn't gonna do it anymore. But y'all, it was a hell of an experience. It was fun. Like, it was fun, and I got to know that I could probably make more money, because this place was new, and I told you I was making about $100 an hour, if like, you know, with my tips and everything, and that's not even including the little rinky-dink $7 I was getting, or maybe the cash tips that I was getting. This was like straight up on the thing that I was ordering, like about $100 an hour. But yeah, that's like, it let me know that there's way more money to be made. Like, if I was in a more high volume club, or like maybe 6 months, because this project is new, like, I could make so much more money. So I think it's something that I might get back into. Like, but since I'm new to the city, and this is my first, can I call this my first summer? This is my first summer here, y'all. I'm like, I just want to live. I just want to live right now. My friends coming down, my family coming down. I want to do something on the weekends. I want to travel. I want to do this. So for my lifestyle, it did not work for the moment, but it is something that I definitely want to get back into, and that I would encourage anybody else to do. And it was not hard. I thought it was going to be hard to get into bottle service here, or cocktail service, and for real, it was not hard. You really don't need that much experience. So girls, ladies, men, fellas, if you want to get into this, bar backing, bartending, cocktail server, bottle server, y'all, apply to the jobs. I don't want to give you guys anything like strategic and like say that I have secrets that'll get you in the door. Like, all I can say is apply. If you gotta submit a picture, submit something cute. When you go to your interview, like, really just be yourself and be confident, because that's gonna get you way further than you like focusing on, oh, I don't have no experience. Like, just get in there and be confident and be you. Because I just walked in there, I ain't never do this in Miami a day in my life. Walked in and just was like myself, and they were like, you know what, we want somebody like you on the team. And I just was in there just like owning it. Like, yep, y'all, I'm here. I need to be here because I'm fun and I'm outgoing. Like, just be confident. It is not hard to get into the scene. Like, just be nice. Like, look cute, be friendly, and you'll be fine. Like, really, for real, for real. And anything that these girls do is not something that you can't learn. You don't need a ton of experience. Honestly, like, for real, like, you just need the confidence to go in there and do it. So that was my experience doing bottle service, y'all. Again, I apologize if this video was all over the place, because I really, like I said, I had no format. I just wanted to get on here and just like talk about it, like pros, cons, stuff I like, stuff I didn't like, just how it went, like kind of story time-esque. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Like, I'm so happy to be here, to be back, to be recording something. I have more content on the way. I'm actually sick. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a little congested. I'm a little sick, but I'm still pumping out content for you guys. I'm gonna try to do some like luxury haul reviews, some different like just different reviews of different products. I want to do some more travel vlogs, some more vlogs. I just want to give you guys more and more content. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers that come back and y'all are faithful. Y'all be DMing me and commenting me and giving me support and encouragement. I really appreciate you guys. And just stay tuned to for the next video, okay? Stay tuned for the next video. Stay tuned, like, just what is to come of this. And like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And follow me on Instagram. I'll see you next time. Say bye, Craig.